super excited for today's lesson. We are going to be doing something a little bit different than what we've been doing previously, and we're going to be using our imagination. So today I want you to think about if you could see any place, where would you want to be or where would you want to see? All right, so we are actually going to be doing a keyhole lesson. And you're like, a keyhole lesson? What's that? If you were to look into a magical door through the keyhole, where would it take you? What would you see through that keyhole? And I want you to really picture all the details as if you were really there. If you want to look at a picture for reference on the computer, or you just want to come up with it from your imagination, either one is fine. So today's project, all you're going to need is a piece of paper, a pencil, and coloring supplies. Really simple, that's all you'll need. So grab a piece of paper, it could be any size that you have. Probably white is the best if you have it. Pencil that's sharp with a nice eraser if you have. If you don't have an eraser on the end, like school, just grab another little one on the side, and some coloring supplies. Coloring supplies are up to you. You are the artist. This can be colored pencils, crayons, markers, paints if you want to get a little funky with it. Go for it. Get your supplies, come on back, and you're gonna follow along with me and create your drawing. All right, so we're gonna be working on our keyhole project today. How we're gonna get started is we're gonna draw the keyhole. It's very simple to do. The first thing we're gonna do is draw a nice big circle. Make sure you take up most of your paper. And we're gonna stop so it doesn't connect. You wanna leave enough of a space. And then we're gonna do 2 diagonal lines, one from each corner of that circle. And at the bottom, it's just a straight line across. So this is going to be our keyhole that we are going to draw in. So I'm going to take a Sharpie and just go ahead and Sharpie that first. If you don't have a Sharpie, just use a regular black marker, a black colored pencil, black crayon, whatever you got will work. All right, so that's my keyhole. I didn't do a very good job tracing, so you know what that means. I gotta come on in with my eraser and erase those extra lines. All right, so I have my keyhole done. That was very simple. And now the rest is up to your imagination. I want you to think about the door that you are going to look at, what it's gonna look like. And if it's a wood door, you can make it a wood door. If it's metal, how are you gonna make it look like metal? I think I'm gonna do mine wood, and I have markers and I have colored pencils here. You can use whatever. If you want to use paint, experiment with paint. If you want to use oil pastel, go ahead. But I think I'm going to use a combination of marker and colored pencil. So for my wood, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to make some wood grain for my door, because I want a wooden door. So if you're doing a wooden door, your lines will not be perfect, and every once in a while I have this nice little swirl for the knots in the wood and the texture. And you don't want them to be all straight next to each other because wood is organic and it doesn't have a machine-like texture. So we want it not to be perfect. Even if you mess up a little bit, it's okay because wood is not perfect. If you're doing metal, maybe you just want to color it one color. Maybe it's gold around the keyhole. That's really up to you. So I did my texture in marker. Now I could color the rest in marker, but I think to get that wood texture, I'm going to use colored pencil and use the side of my colored pencil to just color in the background of that wood to create my door. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish that, and then I'm gonna show you what to do on the inside. All right, so I have my wood door with the keyhole in it. I came in, I added some texture to it to make it really look like wood. And now what I'm going to do is decide. This is my magic door and my magic keyhole. So if I were to peek into this keyhole and this door could take me anywhere in the world or let me see anything I wanted to see, what would you see if you looked through this keyhole? So I think I would want this keyhole to bring me to the beach. So if I walked through this door, I would end up on a beautiful tropical beach. So this could be different for everyone. Maybe you want it to bring you to space. Maybe you want it to bring you underwater. Maybe you want it to bring you to France or England or any place that you want to go. So have fun with it. Maybe you want it to bring you to the ice cream parlor. That is up to you. I'm going to draw a beach though, and what I want you to do is do it in pencil first. Because if you go straight to colored pencil or marker, you can't erase it. So I'm going to start with my beach. I'm going to draw my horizon line, which is where my ground and my sky meet. We've learned that in class. I'm just going to review it. So if you're drawing anything like a beach type of thing, you need a horizon line. If you're drawing any landscape, you need a horizon line. Then my beach, I think, is going to wrap around and have some water here. And this is going to be some sand. And I think I want some trees in the background. Maybe it wraps around like this. And I have some trees, some greenery with some palm trees. Maybe I want a palm tree on the beach. Give myself some shade. So take your time, draw it out. Some coconuts. Maybe I want a little beach towel that I can lay under the tree. It's whatever you want it to be when you look through that keyhole. Little foam at the edge. It's green in the background. And maybe there's some really pretty mountains. Maybe I'm in Hawaii because Hawaii has some beautiful mountains in the background. Or St. Lucia. These are all fun places. They have green mountains though. And then maybe I want it to be the sunset. So I'm gonna draw a nice little sun there. And it'll be the sunset. So I sketched out what I would see through my magic door. Yours might be different. Maybe it's all black, it's a galaxy. Have fun with it. I want you to try and be original. All right, so I'm gonna color this in and then we'll come back. Okay, so I want to show you a little technique if you're using colored pencil. If you want a color, but you don't want it quite as dark, if you press really hard, it comes out much darker. So if I want this edge dark, because that's deeper in the sea, I'll press harder, but then I want to press lighter as I come farther away, and this creates a really nice blend, or a gradient, which is where it goes from dark to light, even though it's the same color. But you'll notice that if you press lightly, you get almost these little white spots, and it's almost grainy. So what you could do is take a white colored pencil and go over it, and it'll make a nice, smooth, lighter version of that color. And I could blend it in, and as I go closer to the dark, I just press a little bit lighter. It creates that really nice dark to light transition. You could do this with multiple colors too. So if, say, I want to do dark green, let's see if I have a dark green. Oh no! I dropped all my color pencils, guys. I can start dark here on one end and lightly lift the pressure off my hand. So you see how it's darker here and it's getting lighter? And then what I can do is take my light green from the other direction and come in to that darker green, and it'll blend together from one color to the other. And it adds that really nice gradient that you can add in. All right, I'm gonna continue. I just wanted to show you that little tip if you're using colored pencil. If you're using marker, it's a little bit harder to blend, but if you're using crayons, you can also try blending the same way. It works with that, and you can also do this with oil pastel as well. Paints are great for blending too. If you wanna do watercolor, you do the same thing. You start from one side darker and you slightly add more water or more white as you get towards the other side. All right. All right, so I pretty much have my beach scene in my magic door keyhole. So this is what I would see. If I wanted to, I could spend a little more time on it, but I think it looks pretty good so far. And I want to see what you would see through your magic door. I'm excited to see what materials you use and what is in your imagination. Everyone, stay creative and have an awesome day.